Coach O. Eric Tundevold. Coach Tundevold began coaching in 1972 at Quincy, and then in 1978 began coaching at Union City, where he stayed for 34 years. His teams at both schools won conference championships, and from 1983 to 1986 had a consecutive conference win streak of 27 games. He coached 4 undefeated regular seasons. Coach Tundevold had 37 of 40 winning seasons. He has coached in 264 victorious games. His teams made the playoffs for 13 years, winning 1 district championship. He was selected as the Detroit Lions Coach of the Week in 2011. He has had an MHSFCA Academic All-State Team and was an MHSFCA East-West All-Star Game Coach in 2006. Coach Tundevold was inducted into the Union City High School Hall of Fame in 2016. He was MHSFCA Regional Coach of the Year 9 times. He retired from coaching after the 2011 season. His biggest thrills in coaching: being selected to the MHSFCA Hall of Fame and getting to coach in the East-West All-Star Game are big. But the fact that I got to come back to my alma mater and be the head coach for 34 years is by far my biggest thrill. His most humorous incident in coaching: we had a lot of good time. What coaching has meant to Coach Tundevold: a good football coach is a great leader, a dedicated worker, a team player, a teacher, a living example, an inspiration, a motivator, a listener, a confidant, a problem solver, a cheerleader, a friend, and maybe a last chance. They called me coach for 40 years, and they can pay me no higher compliment than to call me coach today. Ladies and gentlemen, the newest member of the Hall of Fame, Coach Ole Eric Tundevold.
Coach Webb hasn't spoken yet. He's going to be the last one. But I want to tell you, it's a pretty hard act to follow these guys. Wow. What speeches. Thank you for the introduction, Jack, and for all the things you and the induction committee do to make this very special night a reality. It's truly amazing how many dedicated people there are that work behind the scenes to make this evening such a great event. And with that in mind, I would like to thank the Michigan High School Football Coaches Association for considering my nomination and then electing me to the Hall of Fame. It's a great honor and truly a humbling experience. I'd like to introduce my family. My wonderful wife, Pamela, my eldest son, Ryan, his brother, Jason, and their sister, Erin. I was a single father for a while, and my children spent many days at the school entertaining themselves. I did wonder sometimes what they did with all the time. Guess there's no reason to ask now. Also with us this evening is my grandson, Chris, and his wife, Kelsey. And at this time, would all the rest of my friends from Union City stand, please, and show what a great supportive cast I've had. When I was a kid, I told my dad I wanted to be a football coach. He said, everybody your age wants to be a football coach. Go to school and study math. These computer things are going to be a big deal someday. Well, that was 54 years ago, and he was right about the computers. But I never changed my mind about the coaching. I loved to play games. Now I found a job where I got to play games all the time, and they paid me. What a deal. I had a very influential coach when I was in school. I thought the world of him, and I still do. I thought he had a great influence on my team members also, and when I became a coach, I wanted to have a positive impact on my players as well. I learned at an early time in my career, you need to be careful just how you communicate with your players. In my first year at Union City, we had a large turnout, and we were doing well in the league. We were playing a team with an outstanding option quarterback. He was most of the other team's offense. We had a real physical junior that we moved to outside linebacker. I remember telling Dean, don't look at the running back. Don't look at the pitch man. Tackle the quarterback every time. And to emphasize things, I told him, I want you to hit him like you hate his whole family. Hit him hard, Dean. We don't want him to even think about running. Dean assured me that he had the idea. So the game plan was set. It was a great game. Low scoring, and in the fourth quarter we were ahead by less than a score. Their quarterback was getting frustrated because Dean was doing a great job. He was being disciplined and staying right on task after the quarterback. On a crucial third down play, they ran the option at Dean and he made a hard tackle to force him to punt. Their quarterback jumped up and said, "What's the matter with you, man?" Dean jumped up and said, "Nothing." Started to run back to the huddle, turned around, said, "By the way, I hate your whole family." Lesson learned that day. At the church we attend, parents bring their children. I knew you were going to laugh. Yeah, you go to church. Parents bring their children to have them baptized. This is a big step for the child's parents and the church body. Part of the ceremony involves the congregation when the pastor asks to pledge to help raise the child in the ways of our Lord. I would propose the same idea regarding the election of this Hall of Fame coach. It took a whole community to promote this award, and that has been bestowed on me this evening. I've had many people of the community greet me with a handshake and congratulations leading up to these festivities this evening. The real truth is that all these well-wishers all played a big part in one way or another to help advance the final results of this evening. There were players, coaches, faculty members, secretaries, janitors, maintenance workers, cooks, parents, fans, students, and even administrators. I was kidding, I had great administrators. They say it takes a community to raise a child. I contend it takes a community to promote a Hall of Fame coach. And I'd like to thank all those people for their contribution. There's so many coaches that helped, so many great players that played, that I'll not try to name them all for fear of missing someone. But I am going to thank Vern Acmody, a local boy myself who was the first assistant and defensive coordinator that helped this possible. We were just two hometown boys like myself that were living the dream, a fantasy dream to coach. And it's been the greatest time of my life. Thank you and God bless you.